Good morning and a very warm welcome to all on our session this morning. As you may be aware, we are having these sessions daily now, thrice. One in the morning at 8 a.m., one in the afternoon at 4:15, and third one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. And all these sessions are for new seekers to learn uh, about Sahaja Yoga, just an introductory sort of session where you get to know what it is, just how to understand, differentiate it from others, and all of that. And of course, we go for the meditation session as well in these sessions. All of these sessions are in Hindi. Only on Sunday morning, this one we kept in English for seekers who requested to understand in English. Apart from these, we have one more daily session at 5:30 p.m. for seekers who have now understood the basics and want to go deeper into meditation. They can attend that session at 5:30 p.m. So, what we'll do today is just go through what is Sahaja Yoga briefly and discuss about it, and then go for a meditation session. We'll try to answer the basic questions that one might have regarding Sahaja Yoga. So Sahaja Yoga was started in 1970 by Shree Mataji Nirmala Devi, whose photograph you can see behind me. And since then, it has spread across the world, about 150 countries now, and is completely free of cost everywhere. You don't have to pay anything for it. So what is it exactly, and how is it differentiated from others? Sahaja Yoga is nothing new. It is the very age-old methodology that we have known, or the approach sort of to reach the highest of our being, which we've known that in our great country, so many great saints and sages have been practicing. And they've been trying to get to God and the divine, the higher self, through a lot of penances, tapasya, and it said it was done across lives and ages. So it's the same old thing, but very ancient, but in a new form, so to say. And we'll talk about it how. But it's essentially what we're talking about here is achieving our highest self and reaching the divine. And why to do that, really? And today we are all in a scenario, in a world where we are very stressed out, we have a lot of problems, and we have so much going on that we just want to run away from it sometimes and find out a solution to all of this madness. which is why so many people are seeking God and divine, and so many from the Western world are flocking to India in search of something higher. And all of this search and then attempt to get to something higher, even in our mundane lives, if you say that, if you think that, oh, if I build a house, I'll be happy after that. Or if I get this promotion, I'll be happy after that. Or if I achieve this, if I achieve that, all of this does not give us the joy that we're looking for. Because happiness and unhappiness are always sort of the two sides of the coin. And this doesn't give us satisfaction and joy that we're looking for. Essentially, after learning all of this throughout the life, that is when people at a later stage, maybe many of them realize that, all of this was not giving me what I was looking for. And that is how Adi Shankaracharya has said that "Yan neti neti vachne nigamo." By saying no to all of this is when we learn that we have to achieve God. But even on a mundane level, if let's say we are not right now searching for the divine, we are searching for our solutions of our problems. So, what problems do we have? We have maybe physical problems, some diseases. Achieving the highest, even sometimes those diseases get cured. Sometimes we just have mental issues. We're very stressed and not happy, and all of this also goes away through Sahaja Yoga, through meditation. Even problems like monetary problems and all of that gets taken care of in our whole lives. So complete lives transform with this. Because what we are talking about is getting connected with the divine. And once that is established, all of these problems that we look at slowly and gradually they go away. These are very tall claims, and it seems how is this possible? But we are actually built in very, very beautifully. It is often said that human beings are the epitome of God's creation. And one might ask, how is that possible if we can commit so many bad things and we are so we're not happy? How can God have made us like this? So God has made us very, very beautifully, and He has done all that needs to be done perfectly inside us. We just have so this instrument is completely made. You just have to plug it into the mains. And once that happens, all of these things we see for ourselves inside who we truly are and how beautifully we are made. And once that connection is established, all of these problems that we think of, that these are the main problems troubling us, they slowly and gradually they go away. Now, how does this happen? Because what we have heard of getting to the divine, it's Kundalini awakening and such difficult things and used to happen with very, very few people in the past. And how can this happen now? So the yoga, the word is, it means the union of ourself with the divine, Atma and Paramatma. That happens with the awakening of the Kundalini inside. That is the power inside all of us. And awakening of Kundalini is the only way actually to connect with the divine. There is no other method in fact. They say all roads lead to one thing, but that's not true. Um, there are many things that have come up which are not even divine, and we consider them divine. But we'll come to that very briefly. So, uh, what happens is that once this is awakened and we are connected with the divine, all of these things, the problems, they go away. And as you said, we are made so beautifully, all of these things we can understand. But the question is that how was it being done in the past and how it's done now? So in the past, there was one Guru, one Shishya sort of parampara in our Gurukuls and all of those places where the Guru would judge very few who would come to him. And the judgments were very, very difficult. And in that methodology had come of Ashtanga Yoga, which Mataji also talked about, where it started with Yam, Niyam, Pranayam, Pratyahar. So it was a very difficult, rigorous sort of life that you have to lead. And through that, you correct yourself physically first, mentally, and you do asana also as 1/8 of that was asana. Now we have taken up asana as the most important thing in yoga. Pranayama was also part of it. So you put your body all right, everything all right. And then at the end was Ishwar Pranidhan. So when the Guru decides that, yes, this gentleman is good enough, disciplined enough, and he can carry it forward, that is when he would give realization to one person. So that was the method, and that is how it was kept quite secretive. But many saints try to talk about it. Gyaneshwara, in his Gyaneshwari Gita, he wrote one whole chapter on Kundalini. Kabira has talked of the nadis and Kundalini in his poems. Uh, many other many other sages have tried to talk about it. Adi Shankaracharya has talked about realization, and but it's generally been kept sort of uh, under the radar for some reason. Maybe it's that so Nath Panthis did a lot of work on this, but probably people thought that general public like us are not worthy of it, or will not understand, or will not really respect this knowledge. Shree Mataji found out a way to give this realization en masse. In thousands, people can get their Kundalini awakened and get this great realization, this self awakening inside us. But the real challenge is to establish it and keep it going from daily meditation, which is where most of us fail. So, how does this happen so easily now? So, it's like we can understand and look around the world around us. We say it's Ghor Kali Yuga, really the worst of worst times. And we see so many bad things happening. Daily, you pick up a day's newspaper and you're left aghast as to what all human beings can do. And as we were saying, that how we are God's epitome of creation and we're capable of so much. So the time has come now. It needs to happen. And if it doesn't happen, we don't know where we are going. Really. This is the only way for human beings to change and transform as a collective being and bring about better times for us. Now, this again has been talked about by many. Markandeya talked about it thousands of years ago, and he said a time to come where people living in their households will get to their self-realization. Bhrigu Muni in his Bhrigu Samhita, who's considered the father of astrology, talked of a time in the future. And that time in modern calendar converts to 1970s days, where such a thing would start and people would get their self-realization sitting at home inside their households. And it describes a very beautiful time after that. So this has been promised and talked about in many religions. If you read about it, all of them talk about resurrection and a time somebody will be sent to take care of it. Unfortunately, we won't know and we won't recognize how that person has come or who that person is and how will this happen. And if it has happened, we don't know what to expect. Unfortunately, we don't even know what to expect. The Western world didn't have much moorings in terms of self awakening and realization, all of that. But we had, and still we lack the understanding of what to expect. So, first of all, the time has come and it has to happen. It's the need of the hour. And that's how something new, which has been very old, has been found out. And it's been given free to all of us. So, the next question is, but uh, how does this happen? And what happens inside exactly? And what is it that we have to do to achieve it? That's one of the problem. What is it that we do? So people come to Sahaja Yoga saying that we have been trying to meditate and we do this, we do that. And when asked what is meditation for them, so people say that we concentrate somewhere or here or on a light, and that is how we try to meditate. Or we chant some mantras, or we do some breathing exercises. Some disciplines have come up saying that breathing exercises also lead to meditation. All of this is, in fact, not meditation. All of this is just physical activities. Meditation happens when we are beyond our physical self, mental self, all of this. So we're not thinking, we are not doing anything, so to say. That is when we are in meditation, it is a state. That's how you sort of negate so many of the things that have come up. Uh, but how does this happen still? It's a question. To understand the answer to that question, we'll just go through our internal subtle system. It's a slide, and we can look at it and we'll talk about it briefly. That will help us figure some things out and will help us in going into meditation as well. So, just for a few minutes, uh, bear with me on that. So, when we were in our mother's womb, the energy that created us entered from the top of her brain here. You see, it's a fontanelle bone area now, but when we were kids, it was a very soft spot. If you have seen newly born kids, it's even pulsating sometimes because this is the point of. So this is the point of entry of this energy inside us, and that is how it was a very soft spot when we were kids, and now it is calcified. But this is where the energy enters and is inside all of us. We said, that all of this mechanism has been built by God, and this is the internal system that has already been built in. Everything is ready inside us. So when this energy entered, it refracted into three parts because the brain is a prism-shaped entity, and the energy light flowing through can refract. That is how the one coming from right goes to the left, which is shown in the blue color. It is called as the Ida Nadi. It is the channel of our past. All our past thoughts are here. It is also the channel of our emotions and our desires. So all our desires come from here, emotions come from here. People who are very high on emotions, very, very emotional people are working too much on this channel, thinking too much of the past, crying, weeping. So that such people go into depression also. It's because they are too much on this channel. It's also called as the moon channel. And it takes care of our sympathetic nervous system on the left hand side. Similarly, the one coming from the left going to the right is shown in the yellow color. It is called as the Pingla Nadi or the sun channel. This is responsible for our actions, physical actions, mental actions, our future thoughts, everything. People who are very aggressive are on this channel a lot. So that is how left and right are built in. And they both take care of the sympathetic nervous system on the left and right sides. The channel in the center is called as the Sushumna Nadi. This is the channel of our present. And this is the path for Kundalini to rise and pierce through the fontanelle bone area again. Now, these are the main three channels, and the flower-like things that you see are the main seven chakras inside us. And they are also called as energy centers. You can call whatever you like them. These are all created by this energy. And you can see that the places that there are on the gross. So these chakras and nadis are in the subtle action. And on the gross, they're represented as the chakras are represented as plexuses or crossing points of thousands of channels there. And they take care of our physical being in the sense that the organs around them, the plexuses, glands, and all. Also, they take care of our mental being, emotional being, various aspects of our being. So, our complete being is actually manifested or made by these chakras and nadis. That is who we are in a sense. So, these are the roots. So, as he said, we need complete transformation from within, cannot be something from without. So, these are our roots, and once you treat the roots, you can correct the tree itself. That is how we are talking of the roots today. So all of this creation is done by this energy. And at the end, it comes and settles down almost at the end of our spine. There's a triangular bone called as the sacrum bone. And this bone is where this energy is settled, and it makes 3.5 coils while coming down. And that is how it is called as Kundalini, because coils in Sanskrit is Kundal, and she being our mother energy, she's called as Kundalini. Now, So, awakening of this Kundalini again and piercing through the fontanelle bone area here is achieving our self realization, is what is to be done for achieving the higher self, getting to God, divine, whatever you call it by. But that sort of fulfills the purpose of our being in a way. Because we said the mechanism is all built in, just need to plug it into the mains. And this is what is plugging it into the mains. So what happens when this awakening is done and this piercing is established? We say that God is all pervading. In Hindu religion, we are taught that kan mein Bhagwan, but we have never truly felt him, known him, so to say. And in Christianity, it is said that God is omnipresent. But then why don't we see him, feel him, anything like that? So we have known it in our hearts, but we have not truly felt it. When this awakening is established, this piercing happens, we feel the cool breeze on our palms. A cool breeze that is very pleasant on the center of our palms and at the top of our head here. Now, what is this cool breeze? This cool breeze is called as Param Chaitanya. It is described by Adi Shankaracharya, the first Shankaracharya that came that established the Char Dham. He wrote a book called Saundarya Lahari, which literally means beautiful vibrations. He says that when Mother's grace dawns upon us, we feel Salilam, Salilam, Chaitanya. In Bible, it is said that when the Holy Ghost will come, you'll feel the cool breeze. In Quran, it is said that when Qiyamah's time will come, resurrection time, your hands will speak and will give witness against you. Now, it's very interesting. How can hands speak? Because you feel this cool breeze here, and these are the 7 chakras inside us: 5, 6, and 7. These on the left and right and center, 3 parts of a chakra, they get caught up because of many reasons inside us. And in meditation, you feel a little tingling, burning on one or the other finger. That tells you which of your chakras is not all right, and the Kundalini is working on it. So that's how first you know what is wrong with you. For example, somebody is a very egoistic person, gets angry with everyone. You cannot just tell them also that please settle down and be quiet, because you'll be hit hard if you do that. But once he gets his realization, gets it, this finger might start burning very badly. This is the finger of the Agya chakra. Once he asks why is this happening, you can tell them this is the decoding of these chakras. This gets caught up when one is very angry or egoistic. So he gets to know himself for the first time. But he cannot correct himself. You can only watch him try to correct. But the real correction happens through the Kundalini, the power inside. And slowly and gradually, these chakras get all right. That's how many diseases also get all right. And that's how sometimes we end up becoming much, much, much better human beings. So this is the whole thing, and it is all to be practiced and learned on our own. There's nothing, no outside certification, because you feel the chaitanya on your hands, you know the chakras, you correct yourself. Then once you feel this vibration flowing through, you can also help your chakras a little bit. With this vibration that is flowing, this chaitanya, you can help your chakras and put yourself all right. You can also give this great awakening and knowledge to others. Once you are enlightened, you can enlighten others. And they can also feel this and put themselves all right. You can see and ask absolute questions. Is this person standing in front of me a divine person or not? How will you know? Even if God comes and stands in front of us and tells that he's God, how will we know? We don't have the eyes, unfortunately. But once you get these eyes, you can know. You can know if this is a divine person, you'll feel the good breeze coming from them. If it is not, you may get very, very hot and unpleasant feelings on your hand. Similarly, if you want to do something, should I choose this or not? You can ask absolute questions, and then you're guided by this divine power that is flowing through you, not through somebody else. You become your own guru. You don't need any guru. This is again, it sounds all very fantastic, but it is so. We are built this beautifully by God. And we just have to get our self-realization to establish this. So now what we'll do is go for the meditation session. the most important bit. And there are a few steps to be seen. Later on, we can do these steps with our eyes closed. So what we'll do is, if we are sitting down, we can sit cross-legged as it is shown here. Or we can sit with both of our feet apart on the ground. If you are sitting on a sofa or a chair, like it is shown here again. And we'll keep our palms open in our lap. We'll sit straight, not very straight, not slouching, just normal position. And what we'll do is take out anything tight on our bodies, loosen it, take them out, take out spectacles, caps, and now once we are sitting like this, we'll do some steps. First three steps, these are for balancing our channels. And we use the 5 elements a lot in Sahaja Yoga because we are made out of these 5 elements. They help us in balancing ourselves. In the first step, we'll put the right hand on the Mother Earth, right hand on the Mother Earth, and left hand open as it is in our lap. Right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand open in our lap as it is. So right now we'll do the steps with our eyes open. Later we'll do the steps with our eyes closed. Next we'll bring the right hand back in our lap and put the left hand like this, bent from the elbow towards the skull. Right hand in our lap, left hand bent from the elbow towards the skull. The third step will put both the hands on the Mother Earth. So we are just trying to help our chakras and nadis a bit before we go into meditation like this. The next steps, what we'll do is use our right hand. Keep the left hand open in our lap as it is. Right hand to be placed on our heart and we press it here. We'll have some prayers in all of these steps. Next, we place this hand on our forehead like it is shown here. We press from both the sides and bend our head forward. Right hand on our forehead, pressing from both sides and bend our head forward. The next step, we'll place the right hand at the top of our head like this. Push back the fingers completely so that the center of the palm presses the top of the head, fontanel bone area. And while pressing it, we'll move it in a clockwise direction so that the scalp also moves along with it. We'll keep doing this slowly for a while. And we'll have some prayers here. Next, we'll see the cool breeze coming out of our head and touching our palm. With this hand and then with the other hand. In the last step, we put both of our hands completely up towards the sky, palms open towards the sky, and push back our head. These are all the steps to be done. It's not much. And this might trigger a question in our minds that how can this happen this easily? So the answer to that question is it cannot happen just by this. Ramdas Swami, a great realized soul, was asked by his Shishya, Shivaji Maharaj the Great, that how long does it take for one to get their self-realization? The Guru answered by saying, the time it takes for you, O great king, to take your leg from one side of the horse to the other side. So the king was very fast. What the Guru said was actually that shan, that very second. But you just need someone who can take it and someone who can give it. Shree Mataji Nirmala Devi is here to give it to us. Her photograph is extremely important and it emanates those vibrations that makes this great happening possible inside us. We just have to become the ones who can take it. We'll leave aside all our questions and doubts for a while and just look at our photograph with respect. Open both of our palms in our lap. Sit cross-legged if you're sitting on the ground. Put both feet apart if you're sitting on a sofa or a chair. And we'll sit straight, not very straight, not slouching, in a Sahajasana. And we'll have the only thought in our mind that I want my self realization, nothing else. We can now slowly close our eyes and bring our attention inside. See what is happening inside right now. No. Can we bring our attention inside? Now we'll do the steps that we had just seen. We'll place the right hand on the Mother Earth, right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand open in our lap as it is. Here we have to pray, Mother, please take out all the impurities of my left channel through the Mother Earth. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my left channel through the Mother Earth. We can bring our attention to our left palm and right palm and just see what is happening there right now. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my left channel through the Mother Earth. Now we can bring the right hand back into our lap, with the left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. The right hand back into our lap, left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Here we have to pray, Mother, please take out all the impurities of my right channel through the ether element. Mother, please take out all the impurities of my right channel through the ether element. And bring our attention to both of our palms and just see what is happening there right now. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my right channel through the ether element. Now we'll put both of our hands on the Mother Earth. Here we have to pray, Mother, please take out all the impurities that are still left in my left and right channels through the Mother Earth. Mother, whatever imbalances are still left in my left and right channels, please take them out through the Mother Earth. Mother, please bring me into complete balance, into the center, into the present. Mother, please bring me into complete balance, to the center, into the present. Now I'll bring the right hand, both the hands back into a lap and keep them open in our lap. The left hand in the next steps will remain open as it is, and we'll place the right hand on our heart. Right hand on our heart. Here we have to say a great truth. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit. We say it with full confidence because this is the truth. Not this body, mind, thoughts, relations, personality, whatever we think of ourselves. These things are all superficial and temporary. The only eternal thing inside is the spirit. So we say it with full confidence, Mother, I am the pure spirit. I am nothing else but the pure spirit. Now, as I am the pure spirit, I am not guilty at all. We keep feeling guilty for very small things, or sometimes there could be things that are relevant, but it gives us nothing. If we feel guilty, we do not feel the Chaitanya, the vibrations on our hands, unfortunately. So we have to leave all the guilt, everything that we think we may have done wrong, at the lotus feet of God Almighty, who's the ocean of love and forgiveness. And we have to say with full confidence that, Mother, I am not guilty at all. As I am the pure spirit, spirit is free of all guilt. Mother, I am not guilty at all. It has to be said with full confidence, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Now we bring this right hand to our forehead and press it from both sides. Right hand on our forehead and press it from both sides like you would in a headache. And bend your head forward. Here we have to forgive everyone. Say that, Mother, I forgive everyone. Don't remember anybody, don't think of anybody. Just a blanket forgiveness to all. Mother, I forgive everyone. This is very important. Mother, I forgive everyone. Forgive myself too. O God Almighty, knowingly or unknowingly, you made any mistakes against you, please forgive me. O God, knowingly or unknowingly, if I have made any mistakes against you, please forgive me. You can bring our right hand back into our lap to rest it a little bit. Now we raise this hand once again and bring it at the top of our head, the top of the fontanelle bone area, and press the center of the palm while pushing back the fingers. Press the center of the palm at the fontanelle bone area at the top of our head and move it in a clockwise direction so that the scalp also moves along with it. We move the hand in a clockwise direction so that the scalp moves along with it. Here, we'll bend our head forward again, and we have to humbly request and ask for our self-realization. Without that, this great happening cannot happen inside us. We have to pray, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, may I please have my self-realization. Mother, may I please have my yoga, my union with the divine. Mother, may I please have my Atma Sakshatkar. Mother, may I please have my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. You can stop moving the hand and bring it back into our lap. Keep them open. Keep our attention where our hand was. And for a few seconds now, you will sit in meditation. We can now raise both of our palms a little bit up from our lap. Keep them open, fingers stretched. And see if at the center of the palm in one hand or other hand, both the hands, we feel a cool breeze coming out. It can be a very subtle feeling, look at it minutely. So it can be hot in one hand or both. Just have to watch it. Now we'll bring our attention to the tips of the fingers. This is where we might be feeling a tingling, itching, and crawling sort of sensation in one finger or the other finger. These are our chakras being worked upon by the Kundalini. This is a proof that something has now started inside us. This awakening has started. Now we bring this right hand back, the top of our head where we had pressed, and raise it just a few inches above the fontanel bone area. Move it back and forth to see there's a cool breeze coming out to a particular place and touching our palm. Again, it can be subtle, so look at it minutely. Bring this hand back into our lap. See the same thing with the left hand. The left hand palm just a few inches above the fontanel bone area. Move it back and forth. In the last step, we'll put both the hands completely up towards the sky and open our palms towards the sky. We'll push back our head. Ask one of these three questions 3 times. Oh God, is this the Param Chaitanya, Brahma Chaitanya? Is this the power of love of God that does everything? Is this the divine energy, the cosmic energy? Any question 3 times. Now we can bring the hands back into our lap. And for a few seconds, once more, we'll sit in meditation now. We'll now slowly open our eyes and look at Shree Mataji's photograph. Keep your palms open as it is. You can see that even with our eyes open, we are in thoughtless awareness. This is the first moon that we get, that our thoughts subside and we become thoughtless. We'll bring both of our hands together in a namaskar and thank Shree Mataji and her Kundalini Mother inside for this blissful experience. For those of us who have recently joined, I would request you to continue attending the session for a while, as sometimes it takes a few sessions to really understand all that is being talked about and to really establish this experience. Also, I would request you to look at the links given in the YouTube chat, because now it's important that once you have achieved this experience, you have to meditate daily at home for 5 to 10 minutes only in the morning and in the evening. And one must go for collective meditation sessions. That is very important to really grow in Sahaja Yoga. There are many centers of Sahaja Yoga all across the world, all cities of India at least, cities and towns, we have one center at least. And in larger cities, there are many centers. You can figure out the nearest one by the link given in the YouTube chat. All these centers are again free of cost. Sahaja does not charge anything anywhere. To know more about how to meditate at home and what all to do in Sahaja for meditation, for keeping ourselves all right, there are certain videos that we regularly share in the WhatsApp groups. You can join the WhatsApp group by clicking on the link given here again. And there's a lot to learn in Sahaj Yoga through Shree Mataji's lectures. You can learn more by looking at then the thousands of lectures by Shree Mataji. All this knowledge is freely given in Hindi, English, and Marathi. Some of them have been curated in a channel mentioned here. You can watch them and learn more. Also, there are many videos in this YouTube channel itself for you to learn. As I mentioned, there are three sessions going on daily, one in the morning at 8 a.m., one in the afternoon at 4:15, the third one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. For seekers who want to learn about Sahaj Yoga, basic introduction, you can attend any of these sessions to learn about Sahaj Yoga and have the experience of meditation. Only on Sunday morning we have one in English, rest are all in Hindi. Apart from this, we have one session daily at 5:30 p.m. For seekers who have now understood the basics and want to go deeper into meditation, they can attend that session. As there are no questions today, we'll end the session here. Thank you everyone so much for joining. Thank you, Shree Mataji. Jai Shree Mataji.